Hey guys, Marlon here, and cold weather here in Vegas. I'm walking my dog right now, but today I'm gonna feature both Allied and Edge of 17. I'm gonna review and do the movie days both on this video because I'm lazy to do separate movie days and reviews, so they're gonna be short movie days so I can make the reviews longer. But anyways, let's head to the movies.
Do you think you're the first woman who's tried to save him?
Challenge them. Just engage.
Alright guys, so once again, I already reviewed these movies, but the reviews got deleted, so I have to re-review them again. But, whatever it is, just to upload the reviews for you guys, it's late, but whatever, you know. So yes, I did watch Allied. Allied is the new Robert Zemeckis movie that came out in theaters, on Thanksgiving Day, or somewhere around Thanksgiving. But, let's get started with this review. So in this movie stars Brad Pitt and I hope I say her last name right, Marion Cotillard. But basically what happens in this movie? This movie basically takes place in World War II, and we basically have Brad Pitt who's partnered with Marion Cotillard, or whatever her last name is in this movie, to basically kill a German official. And while they're partnered together, he basically falls in love with her, she falls in love with him, you know, that typical cliche love story. And then they have a kid, they get married, and then a year after, basically, Brad Pitt gets informed that they think that his wife is a German spy. And basically in this movie we have Brad Pitt not knowing what to do, trying to find out whether she is German spy or not. That happens towards the end of the second act, or around the third act. This was not a movie I was excited for. I heard about this movie, but I wasn't really interested in it. But with the director Robert Zemeckis, I said, why not? I just decided to check it out. And this movie is rather just, it's just, you know, there's a level of it being good and it being okay, and it's just okay. I thought this movie could have surprised me, but it did not. And this movie is just very, like, the first act is, it's fantastic. I love the first act. But then the second act is just really slow, and I did not like the second act. And there are some interesting things happen in the second act, but the second act is just the weakest act out of all of them. And then the final act is the kind of the, you know, the climax. And the climax did have me biting my nails. For final act for this movie, I thought that the final act was good. I think that the first act was perfect, and then of course second act was weak, and then the third act was also very good. So one of my bigger problems is with the second act, and I think they could have told this story better. I think there could have been some things that they could have probably just played with, and well, not played with, but just to like test out, see how they could tell this story a better way, because the way this story was told, it was just fine. But I think that it really needed a lot more things to improve for it to be a perfect storytelling. But that's basically my short review, because I'm going to move on to my Edge of 17 review. I'll get to my rating after I'm done rating Edge of 17. The Edge of 17 is a movie that I was looking forward to so much. I barely saw the trailer when I went to go see Keeping Up with the Joneses, but I was instantly hooked onto this story. This movie is a coming-of-age story with Hailee Steinfeld as the main lead in this movie. So we have a teenage girl who's going through a lot in her teenage years, and by a lot, I mean a lot of problems, whether it's just problems with talking to the boy that she likes, or problems with her best friend, which she has in this movie, because her brother started dating her best friend, and her brother's older, and it just kind of leads into a conflict. And with these problems, she has all these suicidal thoughts. And this is just one of those movies that is just so, for a rated R movie, it's very heartfelt. Hailee Steinfeld did fantastic in this movie. I thought that this is definitely her best performance probably right now to date. And she just does such a fantastic job with all, I mean, this character has some good character development in this movie, and she's just a very likable character in quite an odd way. And the most likable character in this movie, hands down, is Woody Harrelson as a teacher. He's just such a good supporting role, and he is so funny, and I haven't seen him in a role like this in years, and he's fantastic in this movie. I love how this movie is set up to be. You literally have this girl struggling in the beginning, but then they go back to her past and who she was in the past and how she met her best friend, and then it goes back to present day where she's going through all these problems, and it's such a neat movie. It's just set up in such a good way where you have a problem after another problem after another problem, and you just kind of start to feel really bad for this character. And it's something, if it's a movie where you have to or start to feel bad for the character, you know it's doing its job very well. I'm begging you, please nominate Hailee Steinfeld and Woody Harrelson for some type of award. I don't think it's supposed to be an Oscar, but I'm saying at least one of those MTV awards that they put out each year. I mean, Hailee Steinfeld for Best Actress and Woody Harrelson for Best Supporting Actor. I mean, they could definitely win that. And I forgot to mention that they have some very good written comedy into this movie. And I mean, I forgot to mention that it's also a dark comedy. Don't be expecting a comedy like The Hangover. It's a dark comedy with some serious problems and some serious scenes, especially towards the last act of the movie, or the last act of the movie where it gets darker. I mean, guys, in the end of the day, overall, Edge of 17 is just, it's funny, it's dark, it's heartfelt, you love these characters, great acting, fantastic script, everything I wanted for this movie to be. Now it's time to rate these movies. Remember, I have my own rating system, but let's start. So Allied is just kind of a mediocre movie, and it's a movie that I should wait for Redbox or Netflix. So in my rating system, I'm going to say Netbox the movie. So yeah, for Allied, just settle to the DVD when it's on Redbox. But now on to rating the Edge of 17. Edge of 17 is a movie that everybody missed on, and definitely pick up the Blu-ray, you will not regret it. I'm going to give Edge of 17 full price worthy. Anyways guys, thank you very much on being very patient for these reviews, and thank you so much. Anyways, if you've seen both these movies, let me know what you guys thought about both movies, or maybe if you've even seen one of the movies, but please let me know what you thought of the movies if you've seen them. But thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.